everybody, it's Carla with Cobweb Corner and welcome to FlossTube number 83. It is Sunday, July 11th, and it's been quite a while since I talked to you guys. If you're new to the channel, this is a channel about cross stitch and my online cross stitch store, Cobweb Corner. All the links that you need about the store and the things that I'm going to talk about can be found down below. I hope that you enjoy the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. So like I said, it's been a while and I did go farming. I went up for planting season to our friend's farm and was there 11 days. I didn't actually get to work a lot. We had some rain and it took us about 4 days for the fields to dry out. So we were all kind of just sitting in. And then the tractor that I was using kept breaking down. So they just had to keep saying, well, Carla, you're just going to have to not work. So I did a lot of cooking, made a lot of things for the guys, and made some kind of bigger meals on the rain days when they weren't out in the field, and had a lot of fun. It was really relaxing. Relaxing and working all at the same time. And they actually are way ahead of schedule as far as planting. They got all of their crops in, and everything's coming up great. They're getting some rain. So we just got to hope that there's no big storms and that the weather cooperates and things grow. So otherwise, not a lot has gone on. I've been super busy. I've had a little bit of trouble with my eye. I've talked to you guys in the past that I have kind of a strange eye disease. It's very similar to macular degeneration, but it's not macular degeneration. And it's just in my right eye, but I did have to go in and have an injection last week. And I really don't like those. You know, they're not super bad, but I just hate having to get them. But I can already tell that I can I'll constantly closing my left eye to see what's going on in my right eye. But I can already tell that the medicine has kicked in and is doing its job, so that's good. We did go camping for the first time. Of course, I took the camper up to the farm and I lived in the camper for 11 days and it worked out great. Took the cats with. They did a good job. And then we just went to Amana, Iowa. Some of you have probably heard about that. Amana has some really popular cross stitch retreats, and they're only about a 25-minute drive from us. And so a lot of times we'll go there first just to check out that everything in the camper is working and make sure we have everything we need in the camper. And we did that this week for 3 nights, and we had just perfect weather. And we went and walked around Amana, which we always do, and we buy certain things we always pick up. They have a meat market, so we went and got some meat, and then they have the best pancake mix. All you do is add water, but the pancakes are so good. I don't know what it is about them, but we always pick up their pancake mix. And then we had a couple meals there, and then my girlfriend met me one day, and we went quilt shop hopping. So I've got a ton of haul from the quilt shop hop, and if you're not into quilting, I'll try to do the cross stitch stuff that I have first, and then I'll show all my quilting haul, so you can skip by that if you want. But I have a lot of fun fabric that I got and stuff. But anyway, the All Iowa Shop Hop, they do this every year, and it is from the entire month of June and July. So it just started a week and a half ago. And what you do is they divide. So this year there's 82 quilt shops. Last year I am sure there was over 90 or right at 90. So I'm hoping that some quilt shops just decided not to participate in the shop hop and are still with us. So I know of one for sure that is still open but is not participating this year. But what they do is they divide the state into regions. And so, for example, here's one region like that. So they divide all the 80 shops into different regions. And then we visit the shops, and when we visit, we get a stamp. And then if you get all the stamps for an entire region, you can send this in and you're eligible for a drawing for a prize, which of course I never win, but I usually only get one region filled out. And then if you fill out the entire book, if you go to all 82 shops, then you can be registered for the grand prize. And the grand prize is usually pretty good. It's usually like a small Burnia machine and some gift cards and stuff. So it's usually a really nice prize, but there's no way. I don't know. I do know some, I have talked to ladies who do the entire state, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of driving. I'm just like, wow, I don't know how you do it. They'll do weekend trips or 2-day trips, and they'll stay overnight and do different regions and stuff. But my girlfriend and I got a good start, and we're going to go to a couple more. We're going camping this week up by Dubuque, Iowa, and we're going to get at least 3 more quilt shops up there. So I'm going to see if I can get at least one region filled. But while I was shopping, well, let me do all I have for cross stitch haul is I did get a Black Needle Society box quite a while ago, and it was a flamingo theme. So we got like these flamingo eye pads that you put on your eyes to cool and take out swelling. I haven't tried them yet, but I have used something similar before. And then we got this, it's by Live and Dye, D-Y-E, hand-dyed fabrics and floss. And this is called Pretty Flamingo. And this is 25 yards, you guys. So I need to find a project that I could do in a monochrome, well, a single thread. It would be variegated. But if you guys have any idea of what would look good in this beautiful bright and lighter pinks that I could do with, that wouldn't take more than 25 yards, pass those ideas along to me, because that's a lot of floss and I would like to try using it. And then we got this beautiful pink flamingo fabric by Laura's Fabric. And mine, I chose a 32 count Lugana. And it's really nice pale dyed fabric. And then we got, I think I had a needle minder, but it's out. I'm using it right now. Then we got this, a fancy flamingo by Hands On Design. Isn't that so cute? And of course I could use the floss to do that. But that's just really, really, really cute. And then we got this small project bag with flamingos. And then I'm not going to take this out, but this is a blow up cup holder. I don't know if it floats or what. I'm probably not going to use that, but it's also a flamingo. So that was really fun. So I got that in the mail. Like I said, I got that quite a few weeks ago. And then it's been so long since I talked to you guys. I got 2 shipments of Jodi's fabrics. And Jodi is from Steel City Stitchers, and she has a fabric club, and I don't know if she's full right now or not, but you can go to Steel City Stitchers FlossTube channel, the link's down below, and you can contact them if you're interested in joining Jodi's club or getting on the wait list. But look at this beautiful, like kind of like a butterscotch. Let's see if I can get it there. That's a little bit better representation. And you can choose, you don't get to choose the colors you want when she ships, but you get to choose the count. And I always go with a 32 count Lugana. And then there's this one, which is kind of like a, I don't know, like a gunmetal, or it's almost got a touch of green in it. It's kind of like a gray green. It's really pretty. And then just a couple days ago, I got another shipment in the mail. And let me get this. Well, I'll do that later. And this one is this really pretty blue. Let's see. And then this really pretty kind of red. So I think one of those, I'm going to give one of those away in the giveaways. I think I'll give the red fabric away. So that's coming up. Other haul. The rest of the haul I'm going to show you is either machine embroidery or quilting haul. So if you want to skip ahead, go ahead. I understand that you might not be interested in quilting, but I do have some really fun fabric. So when I was up at the farm, we stay by a town called Granite Falls, and they have a small quilt shop there. And I went in there, and I don't know if I got this there or not. I must have. I got this like fleur-de-lis kind of fabric. It's kind of like a whimsical fleur-de-lis. I really like the aqua color. But then I found this fabric. And this is from it's Desiree's Designs Birds of a Feather Quilt Guild. And look at that. Aren't those hilarious? So you've got this buttons. These are rotary cutters. This is a pin cushion, all kinds of things. Let's see over here. We got these two ladies, and you got this iron. They are so, so cute. And then this is coordinating fabric, the spools of thread. And I thought this would make a really cute project bag, or whatever, I don't know. But then, so I picked that up when I was farming. And then while I was quilt shop hopping, I found the machine embroidery designs that match. And I don't know, this was really expensive. And it's going to take a ton of time to stitch these out, especially like if I stitch out this button lady, because there are so many colors in there. And I only have a single thread machine, embroidery machine. So every time a thread color changes, I got to manually change the thread. But they're just so cute. And I'm going to see if I can come up with some fun things to do. Either put these on an apron or something. I gotta think about it, how I can use those. But I have to use them because they were a boatload of money. We're so expensive, but I can't wait to use them. And then the rest of the stuff I'm going to show I got on the quilt hop shop. And one thing that what they used to do in previous years is every time you went to a shop, they gave you a 5-inch square piece of material. And then you, sometimes it would have a logo. It would just be white with a logo or a fun saying. And sometimes it would just be a solid or printed piece of fabric. And then you could use those to make your shop hop quilt. And those never really interested in me. I have so little time to craft that I didn't want to create a shop hop quilt. But this year, every store you go to and visit and get a stamp, you get a quilt block card. And it gives you the instructions on how to make the block. And so I've already collected all of these from the shops I visited. And I need to get a binder to put them in. But they're really nice, sturdy cardstock and have some really pretty quilt blocks. I'm not good about knowing what blocks go together, whether you know, things like that. I've never built a quilt before, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's a lot more usable than the fabric squares that they used to give us. So another place, this was Off the Rails Quilting in Bondurant, Iowa. I got this fun rooster fabric. No idea. All the things I'm going to show you today, no idea how I'm going to use them. I just bought them. Ad behind me. You'll be seeing them pile up back here. But this was on their sale table. And I just think those roosters are so cool. And this is by Jim Shore, Awaken the Day. So, and I love Jim Shore. So I got that. I got a yard of that. And then they had this super fun, hi Bo, how you doing? They had this super fun, I think it was called Flower Power, and you need to behave. But look at that. Isn't that fun? And then this was the only other coordinating fabric they had left for it. So I gotta find something to do with that because it is so fun. So I got that. Then I got this really fun machine embroidery design. This is by Janine Babbage Design, and it's 3 separate machine embroidery designs, and it says Home Sweet Home Where Love Resides. And then I went ahead and got, they show it, it's a triple display, and they had it displayed on this holder. And I thought, you know what, while I'm here, I'm just going to pick up the holder. And again, it was so expensive and it's kind of flimsy, but once I get it go stitched out, I'll be really glad that I had that. And then the idea is you can do other designs for seasons or holidays or whatever. Nobody wants to see your butt, Bo. Sorry. It's like, let's stand right in front of the camera. It's so gross. So anyway, I got that loaded on my machine, and I think I'm gonna stitch that out next, or at least try one of them and see how that goes. Then I don't remember where I got this fabric. It is Mandala Tango, and I just had to get it because of the frogs. It's like, oh my gosh, they are so freaking cool. So no idea what I'm going to do with that. So I got that. Then I got this at Creekside Quilting in Clive, Iowa. I got this Dandelion Fabric and Company honeycomb, and it's a fat quarter bundle. And I really, really like these colors, and I really like this. So this is actually, it looks kind of like a Halloween bat, but it's actually a honeycomb and a bee pattern. Isn't that cool? But you can almost make it for a fall. And then all these are coordinating fabrics in the line. So you got this one and this one, and then another honeycomb, and this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this one. I love that one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coordinating fabrics. And I already put the tag down. I don't know how much it was. It was a lot. It was, oh, that's not it. It was $41, $41.25. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. I guess it's standard fat quarter pricing, but it's so nice to find a bundle. But I'm thinking about using this and making a table runner. So I got to look for a pattern for that. So I got that. Then in Mount Vernon, Iowa, one of my favorite shops is Helios. And it's run by 2 gentlemen. And it's a very, very small quilt shop, but they really always have extremely unique fabrics there. And they do these 5, 6, and 7 yard bundles. So each of these is a yard of fabric. And then this one's a 5-yard bundle. And then they have quilt patterns specifically for 5 yards, but I didn't get a pattern. Again, no idea what I'm going to use this for, but just look at these colors. I got the butterflies, and I don't know what line this is. The purple. And then look at this pattern. Isn't that gorgeous? And then another very slightly brighter purple. And then the flowers. So I've got 5 yards. Somebody tell me what to do with it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It'll happen. And then the last thing I got was for my machine embroidery. These were on sale, so I got it 25% off. And I'm sorry, I don't remember where I got it. But it is a table runner, and it's just a simple kind of almost like an Aida fabric, a little bit smaller. But you can machine embroider on it. So you can load it on. So, and then you would basically on each end of the table runner center a design and then have that hang off your table. And I've never tried it before, but I thought I would give that a go and see what I could come up with to design on that or to stitch on that. So that is it for haul. Quite a bit. I think that's it. There's probably more here somewhere. So stitching, works in progress. So I did start. So I've been talking to you guys about, do I want to stitch Dressmaker's Daughter by Mirabilia? And I did go ahead and do it. I am stitching it on 32 count chestnut by Witchelt, and that's what I've got done so far. So that's a lot of stitches. So it's the purple distress right here, and I've already messed up like 6 times. I don't care, I'll make it. Those are going to be vines with little beads, so each empty spot is a bead. I'll just make it work. It's like no matter how careful I am, it's off already. So I got that started. And that was pretty much all I worked on because I've actually been machine embroidering. But I also have a sneak peek. I have a new design that I'm creating. And here's the start of it. So you'll see that if I ever get it stitched. The design is done, but I need to get it stitched. And it's like, you never want to stitch your own designs. All right, so that was works in progress and a start. And this shirt is like not cooperating. Then I had a huge finish. So I started this last summer. I got all of the machine embroidery done, and this is for 4th of July, and I got all the machine embroidery done, but then it was like August and I didn't want to work on it anymore. So I put it away. I got it out like 6 or 7 weeks ago. I have made mistake after mistake. I have ripped out so many things, but yesterday I finally got it done. And that's one reason this video is taking so long, because I really wanted to have this done to show you guys. So this is Main Street Celebration by Kimberbell Designs. And this is so this is a bench pillow. And let me see if I can find the lights. It's got lights, but I gotta find them. Here it is. So the lights come, and you can either blink or slow blink or solid. So every fireworks has a light in the middle of it. Oh, this one's sticking out a ways. And then there's lots of fun things. So let's just do square by square. We've got this tree down here, and this is the applique using felt. So the way it works is they put a stitch placement line, and you lay one big piece of felt down, and then it stitches all the leaves, and then you cut those out by hand. And then I stitched each one of these little balloons separately, and then sewed those on, and then tied this string and sewed the string onto the bike. So that's that one. Then the fire station has this really cute Dalmatian puppy button, and it's got this flag up here that I sewed on, and my light is sticking out there. And then it's got a fire hydrant button, and all the windows have vinyl on them. And then the clock is made of a faux leather, and it's got vinyl on top of the clock. Then you've got the general store, and I stitched this out where it says general store. That's stitched on a faux leather. It's got a kitty cat button on the steps, and then this banner they provided, you just cut it out and sew it on. Then we've got this truck at the gas station. It's got a gas button on the top, and then there's a picnic basket button in the truck, and then the truck is made out of faux leather. Then we've got another tree, and then they provide this little quilt top, but then you sew it. You cut out a batting and a backing, and you actually sew it together and turn it inside out and make a little quilt out of it. And then we've got a house, and then the house came with a quilt square button, but the button was huge, and I thought it was too big. And then we've got some corn stalks and a windmill. So that is done. This is my second bench pillow. I also did the Halloween one. So I am super excited about that. Don't know where to put it, because wherever I put it, it is going to be covered in cat hair. So anyway, that is all of my stitching and my finishes. So I want to read again. If this is something you're not interested, just go ahead and jump ahead about 5 minutes. But I'm going to read day 3 of my great aunt's travel journal. For those of you who are new, my aunt did a kind of a cross-country trip with her husband and her mother in 1939, and I've been reading her journal that she kept on that, and we are on day 3. And this time I decided to print out a map. What can I use to point? Oops, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. So day 1, they started in Chicago and they drove to Anamosa, Iowa, and they stayed overnight there and picked up my great-grandmother. And then from there they left and they went up through Owine and they stopped at Rochester and visited Mayo Clinic and just spent a little bit of time there. And then they drove up to Minneapolis and they got a cabin in Minneapolis and stayed overnight there. And then today's trip, they're going to spend some time in St. Paul, and then they're going to go up to Duluth, and they're going to get a cabin in Duluth on the lake. So that's where they've gone. This is just 3 days. I think it's 3 days. August 26th. Yep, this is just their 3rd day. So I'm going to go ahead and read that. So this one is Duluth, Minnesota, August 27th, 1939, and it's a Sunday. Another bright morning. Minnesota is surely treating us fine. We were up at 6 o'clock and away from camp by 8 o'clock. This was the first morning of packing, and naturally it took a little longer. As our cabin camp was not on the route that we wished to take to Duluth, we drove back through Minneapolis to St. Paul. It was a very pleasant drive as there was little traffic and many interesting things to see. Minneapolis is the largest city of Minnesota, the county seat of Hennepin County, and exactly midway between the equator and the North Pole. Did not know that. It is situated along the Mississippi River with 11 lakes in and near the city. It might be called the City of Bridges, for 19 of them cross the Mississippi within the city limits. We crossed a long, low bridge which took us to the great flour mills. Minneapolis is especially famed for its flour mills linseed products. The towering mills formed a huge mass of limestone masonry, impressive by its bulk and outline. Since numerous creameries have been added to the milling district, the silhouette against the western sky has come to be known as the bread and butter skyline. En route to St. Paul, we stopped to visit the campus of the University of Minnesota, which is the 4th university in size in America. The campus covers 550 acres and is situated along University Avenue. Minneapolis has many wide streets and fine public and business buildings. It was only a short time before we entered St. Paul. Our object in visiting this city was to see the Capitol. St. Paul is so close that it is difficult to tell when one is in it. It was not difficult to locate the Capitol, for it dominated the view as we approached the center of the city. It stands on high ground north of the business district. The Capitol is a magnificent structure of Minnesota granite and Georgia marble, with a massive central dome designed by Cass Gilbert and completed in 1905 at the cost of $4,500,000. More than 25 varieties of marble, sandstone, limestone, and granite were used. Many of them were very rare. The State Office Building and State Historical Building complete the Capitol group. I was surprised to find St. Paul so hilly. It is really picturesquely located on a series of terraces of irregular breadth and height. Consequently, it takes 67 bridges to span railroads and valleys. Summit Avenue is one of the widest streets in the world. With 30 lakes, which can be reached within 30 minutes, St. Paul has exceptional recreational facilities. The Cathedral of St. Paul is easily seen from the Capitol. This cathedral is one of the notable ecclesiastical structures of the country. From the Capitol, I walked to a drugstore to buy cards, meaning postcards. Wes and my mother went to the car and waited for me there. From St. Paul, we wended our way via Route 61 to Duluth. As we left the city, we passed scenic White Bear Lake. The country was pretty all through the region of Forest Lake, North Branch, and Wyoming. The country gradually levels off. The corn through this section is very short, and most of the grain was in stacks ready for threshing. As we neared Duluth, the country became less attractive. There's much poor timberland covered with small pines. The country is sparsely populated and has a wild appearance. By noon, we had reached a small town by the name of Rutledge. We ate our lunch in a birch grove near a filling station. It was very windy, and it was interesting and fascinating to watch the tall birch trees sway back and forth in the wind. We had driven only 118 miles by noon, but we weren't in any hurry, and we didn't care to go farther than Duluth. The afternoon took us through Coffee Lake, where there are much sand, pines, and silver birch. The wind seemed to get stronger and stronger. A man's coat blew out of the car onto the highway. It was almost exciting to see him rescue it from among the many cars that had to stop for him. The country around Carlton is very poor and rocky. As we neared Duluth, we stopped on a high ridge to view the city below us. It was a beautiful and very unusual sight. Duluth lies on the western tip of Lake Superior at the mouth of the St. Louis River opposite Superior, Wisconsin. The city has a beautiful site, but built on terraced hills commanding the St. Louis Bay, St. Louis River, Duluth Superior Harbor, and vast Lake Superior. A 29-mile boulevard drive skirting the brow of the hill back of the city is known as the Skyline Drive and is said to be the finest and most picturesque in America. We drove through Duluth and continue on Highway 61 for a scenic drive. It was while on this drive that we found Brighton Cabin Camp and made camp for the night. Our cabin is located on a hill overlooking Lake Superior. I was so fond of the view that I took a picture of it from our cabin door. After supper, we took our camp chairs and went to the beach, where we watched the sun sink below the hills and the moon rise over Lake Superior. Our cabin is cozy. It is different from any others that I have seen in that it has a double-decked bed. Wes is taking the upper story tonight. Expenses: gas, Sandstone, Minnesota, 10.5 gallons, $2. Cabin number 17 on Highway 61, $1.50. Cards, meaning postcards, in St. Paul, 10 cents, for a total daily expense of $3.60. Drove 189.2 miles today. The car now registers 3,312 miles. Wes drove the forenoon, and I did the driving the afternoon. And then she included, got this off there, she included her receipt from the cabin, which only says $1. She said she paid $1.50, and then their pass to go into the campground. So that is day 3. So I just think that is so funny. She does talk in some future pages about, of course, she calls them Indians, Native Americans and stuff. So she gets into a little bit wilder country. And I think it's kind of interesting how much things have changed since 1939. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Okay, giveaways. Last week's giveaways, or last video's giveaways, been way more than a week. Let me see if I can find them here. Here we go. So if your name is called, you need to email me. My email address is down below. And when you email me, please put FlossTube winner in the subject line. It's very important. Please put FlossTube winner in the subject so that I see those. And then tell me what you won and what your mailing address is. So the first thing we did was this little thread bling by It's So Emma. And you had to use the word bling. 30 people were interested in that. And the winner is Ethel Whedon. The next one is Chicken Club Cornelius. And you had to use the word chicken. And 25 people were interested in that. And the winner is Catherine Laurent. The next one is A Place We Call Home by Little House Needleworks. You had to use the word home. There were 22 people interested in that. And the winner is Daniela Drexen, sorry. The next one is Good Night Sleep Tight by the Stitchworks. And you had to use the word sleep. And the winner is Deborah Quilts. And the last one is Sweet Spring Garden. You had to use the word garden. There were 14 people interested in that, and the winner is Quiltma Sue Gooden. So again, let me know, and I am going to get up and turn my fan on. Sorry about that, but I am dying in here. It doesn't take much. I am always hot. So next, okay, I'm losing my place here. Next, I want to talk about the Tranquility Stitch Along. So this stitch along is for this chart, and it is sponsored by Helen D, East Coast Crafter on Instagram, myself, and Jan Hicks. And we started planning this stitch along many months ago. Helen and I, Helen and I have done other stitch alongs, and we contacted Jan to see if she would be interested in working with us on a stitch along, and she was very busy. It was right around market time, but she said yes. And so right after market, we started planning, and she agreed to design a design that would be an exclusive release for the stitch along, meaning it will eventually be available to all shops, but for the start of the stitch along and through July 13th, the chart is only available at Cobweb Corner. And it is going to be a first in a series. She doesn't have any plans yet on when she'll be releasing them. She's kind of said, as I think of other birds, there will be more in the series. But it is really pretty. It's stitched with Weeks Dye Works, Gentle Arts, and one skein of Classic Colorworks. And the stitch along, the sale's been going for 3 or 4 weeks now, or a couple weeks now. And the stitch along, actually 3 or 4 weeks. And the stitch along actually starts in a couple days, but you can still join. This is a kind of more a start along than a stitch along. And there is a discount code. The discount code is JHC for Jan Hicks Creates Tranquility, JHC Tranquility. And that will give you a 10% discount on the chart and the threads that are ordered from a specific link. And the link to the stitch along items is down below. It is available in both PDF and printed format. The PDF version will only be available until June 13th. And the discount code is, July 13th. And the discount code also is only good until July 13th. So that's 1 month after the start date of the stitch along. You are welcome to buy the PDF version. I would love if you buy, this is a shameless pitch. I still have 28 copies of the printed version, but I ordered a lot. So if you need the printed version, please go ahead and order that one, and I will get it right out to you. Because I would like to get that down to under 10 if possible. But it's a beautiful design. We are thrilled to work with Jan. If you haven't stitched any of Jan's design, a number of her designs are now available on my shop in both printed and PDF versions. So we would love to have you stitch with us. If you want to join, watch Helen D's channel. Helen also did a video on options of different fabrics to use. I don't provide the fabric. It calls for, the model was stitched on 40 count Blueberry Milkshake by Grace Notes Fabrics. So, but there's, Helen has a video that she goes over different options of things you can do, and stitching on Ada and stuff like that. So she has lots of ideas of what to do for fabric. So that is going on. Then, let's see, where's my notes? My next retreat. So I did do my first retreat this last March. I went to Steel City Stitchers, and I loved it. I just had a great time. And I decided to sign up for, stitching. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I drew a complete blank. It's Stitching New England, and it's in Massachusetts. And what got me to do that one was we have a family home, a ancestor home. It's called the Fairbanks House, and it is in Duluth, Massachusetts. And I've never been. My mom has been. It's we are direct descendants of the people who built the historical house. And I've always wanted to go, but I never wanted to make a separate trip to go just to go see this house. And so I'm like, I'm going to look and see where the house is in relation to the retreat. And it's only 20 minutes away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm going. So I signed up and got my spot. And then I was telling my daughter about it. And she said, you know, I've always wanted to see that house too. And I think my daughter is going to join me. I am so excited because she doesn't have a lot of time off with her job. And I told her that if she wanted to go, she had to pay for her own airfare, but that I would buy her spot at the retreat. So I went ahead and got in because the retreat was filling up really fast. And we have, I think, until August 12th if she changes her mind or finds out that work commitments are going to be too much. But I think she's going to go, and I'm really, really excited. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly in Thursday night, go to a hotel. The retreat is Friday and Saturday, and you can stitch on Sunday morning too, but we're going to get tickets. We have to have tickets to go tour the house, and we're going to get tickets to tour the house at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's like a 45-minute tour. And then I'm going to drive to Boston and fly out late the same day. So I'll only be gone 3 days. And then she may stay a couple days extra or 1 day extra and visit Boston a little bit. She hasn't quite decided yet. So I'm really, really excited about that. If you're going to Stitching New England, comment below and let me know that you're going to be there. Business things, a couple things. So first of all, I am getting more and more PDF files on my site. There is a separate category for PDF files, and I've got charts by Helen Daly, Helen D, and Jan Hicks, and Sambry Stitches, and pretty soon and Kitty and Me Designs, and pretty soon there will be some charts by White Willow Stitching. I have them, I just haven't got them set up on the site yet. So I am reaching out to designers. Most of them are very hesitant and don't want to offer PDFs under somebody else. They have them, their own website, Etsy store or things, or sell them themselves. But it is really nice to be able to buy multiple PDFs from different designers in the same order. And if you do a PDF design, you can combine it with other items. So if you wanted to buy floss or other printed charts, you don't have to make a separate transaction just for the PDF files. So you can check that out. I'll try to remember to put a link down below. Actually, in my link tree, which is down below, there is a link there for the PDF files. So you can check those out. And then next, we are going to be traveling a lot. I've really started to think a lot about, should I retire or not? So I just turned 61 and been doing this for 21 years, and I love it. I just absolutely love it. But with my husband having cancer and things getting, my mom and dad aging, I've been really, really busy, and I'm not going to ever say no, like if we want to travel. And we've got some big trips coming up in the next 6 months. We're going to be camping a couple of weeks. We're going to be gone a full week in October. I'm going on the retreat in October. And then in December, we're going to be gone 16 days. And then we're starting to plan a trip to go back and visit our friends in France. And I'm like, what do I do about this? And right now, I'm not going to retire. I just can't do it. I just love what I'm doing so much. So, but I am going to make some changes. And one of the changes is I'll be gone a lot more. When I'm gone, if I'm just gone for 3 or 4 days, I'll just put a note out that shipping's delayed. So I usually ship within 1 business day. You may have to wait 4 business days for your item to ship, but everything else would be fine. If there's no notice on my site, then I'm here, shipping is normal. You'll probably have it within 2 business days for sure. But if I am gone, like if we go camping for 4 days, and it's Monday, whatever, the 1st, there may be a note on the website that says shipping resumes Thursday the 4th or whatever. So you'll see that it'll be in bright red. When we're gone longer, if I'm gone a week or longer, the shop will actually be closed. And what that means is if you have an account, you'll be able to go in and view your account, view your order history. You'll be able to browse the site, but you won't be able to, and you'll be able to add things to your cart, but you won't be able to check out. So I just don't want people to have to wait 2 weeks or whatever. And I don't want to come home from a big long vacation and have, 105 orders waiting for me. So I want to be able to go on vacation or go visit family and kind of forget about the shop. It is just me. I don't have anybody to help, so I can't pass that off onto somebody to take over when I'm gone. But that's the compromise I'm going to make. If the shop is closed, you'll also see a notice in red that it'll say at the top, closed through such and such date, and if you click that, it'll give the details of what's going on. So if you go into the site and there's no notice up at the top, it's business as usual. I'm home. I'm going for it. If there is a notice in red, you'll be able to click on that and you can see what's going on and what you can expect as far as shipping and any possible delays. I think that's right now. The other thing that's going to change, so that I'm just going to take time off when I need to take time off and work that into more and more time off. The other thing that's going to happen is I am going to start reducing my inventory by quite a bit. Right now I have so much inventory that if I just stopped buying and started trying to get rid of things, it would take me years to get rid of it. So I am going to reduce it, and I'm going to reduce it in a couple of ways. The first way is by putting more and more things in the clearance section. So when you go on the site, there's a category called clearance. And when you, anything that's in there, you can get an additional 15% off items in the clearance section by using the coupon GOODHOME, GOODHOME, all one word. And I'll put a link down below to the clearance section, but I am going to be adding many, many, many charts to that section, hundreds probably. So go in there occasionally, go in there once a week or something and check it out and browse. The items that are in the clearance section will not be restocked unless I have a special request or something's going on. So those are going to be, if there's only one of them left and you want it, get it while you can get the extra 15% off, and then it's going to be gone off the site. So there has been some confusion. People have tried to use the coupon code GOODHOME on things that aren't in the clearance section, and then they contact me and they say this coupon isn't working. So there's two instances where it won't work. If it's not in the clearance section, you're not going to get the extra 15% off. And if it's on sale, so let's say like right now I'm having a patriotic sale. If one of the clearance items is already additionally marked down because of the patriotic sale, you're not going to get the coupon will not be applied to the item that is on sale. And that shows up with a big red banner that says it's on sale. So I understand that there will be some frustration with you come to my site and you're like, oh, she's on vacation or she's camping again or whatever. But with us getting older and with my husband having cancer and stuff like that, I'm just gonna enjoy life and do what I want, and hopefully I can get the best of both worlds and keep my business going as much as possible, because I'm not sure what I would do all day long if I didn't have you guys to connect with. So I'm just going to put that out there and let you know to watch for that, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll reevaluate occasionally. But right now, keep an eye on the clearance section. There's going to be a lot of charts added there. They will not be restocked. So once they're gone, they're gone. check out using the coupon code GOODHOME for those items. And then when you enter the site, if you see a notice in red, go ahead and click on it. It will give you the details of what's going on, when I'll be back, and any delays you might incur. So there's that. Okay, new giveaways. Let's see if I can find them here. Oh, here they are. I had a very messy table this time. First giveaway. So if you want to enter the giveaways, please be a subscriber to the channel. Do not use the word giveaway in your sentence, and you must be 18 years or older so that I can legally ask for your address. So the first one is brand new chart, Bee in My Bonnet, Set O Stitch Cards by Lori Holt. It's So Emma. Use the word cards, plural, C-A-R-D-S. Cards. Next is my copy. It's all I did was make a working copy. I've already finished this design. I'm done with it. This is Spellville by Barbara Anna. Use the word spell, S-P-E-L-L. And this is a great design. This is only stitched in 3 colors of DMC. So it's, I'm sorry. All right. This one was donated. It is out of the packaging, but it is in new condition. It is Oh Dear by Satsuma Street. And use the word deer, and make sure you spell it D-E-E-R, not D-E-A-R, D-E-E-R, deer. Otherwise, I won't find you. This is a pre-owned but almost new chart by Bobby G Designs. It is Precious Baby. Use the word baby. This is a pre-owned design in excellent condition. This is by Mystic Stitch, and it is called Noble Girl with Bird. Use the word bird. And then I'm going to give away this reddish fabric. Use the word fabric. All right, that should be it for giveaways for next time. Oh wait, I got one more. I've got these little flower scissors. Use the word scissors, S-C-I-S-S-O-R-S, scissors. Okay, new inventory. I have quite a bit of new inventory. Oh, goodness. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. It's all going to go on the floor. So, actually, let's go this way. All right. First, I am super excited. Helen Daly released a new chart. She just released it 2 days ago. Sorry, I am really coughing today. I apologize for that. Helen came out with her first paid design called Flamingo Frolic a couple months ago, and now she came out with this adorable, adorable design called Salty Seagulls. Isn't that cute? And you get all 4 designs. The chart is $10. It's available only at Cobweb Corner, and you can buy it in printed or PDF version. So I am so excited for Helen. This is a really, really, really cute chart. And if you watch her upcoming video, she will show the finishes on her video. That's her. She'll have a video in just this Tuesday. Today's Sunday, so just a couple days. Then I got an order in from Satsuma Street, new kits. This is Snow Angel, and all of the kits include the perforated paper, the floss, the beads, and a needle. All you need to finish the kit is paper or felt backing for the back, and glue and scissors. So I got Snow Angel, Puppy Present, A Merry Pair, French Hen, and Ring-a-Ding Santa. And those are just the new kits. I have a whole bunch of Halloween and Christmas kits by Satsuma Street in stock. Also by Satsuma Street is Sunburst. Isn't that gorgeous? Then I got a shipment from Trishia Ct and got her new designs. This is Rapid Growth, and it says, Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. And Stitchy Bird. And this one's so cool. This is called Sweet Land. I also got a number of Trishia Cog's charts restocked. Got a bunch of that one. Rapid. Okay. And last by Trishia Cog is Wisdom. Isn't that flower pot just amazing? And it says, "'Tis not fruitful to lift one up by belittling another." And it says, "Love one another" down below. New by Silver Creek Samplers, American Dream. Sorry, there's duplicates of everything. New by Tiny Modernist, the Bee Queen. I love this design. Okay. New by Heart in Hand, Seaside Tiny Town. And I got a bunch of those, a whole bunch. And Seaside Frill. New by Hands on Design from the Polar Plunge series, Puffin Party. And Penguin Pear. So cute. Also by Hands on Design from the Plaid All Year is Day at the Beach. Happy Birthday. Merry Christmas. And I thought there was another one. Nope. Then by Artful Offerings is Flag Farm. This is so cute. I love this design. Okay, those are duplicates. Then this one is by, is it Mojo Stitches or Moho Stitches? I think it's Mojo Stitches. I'm not sure. It is called In the Library, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's filled with books, a really pretty lamp, a cat, a globe, a telescope, a plant, all kinds of things. Really, really like that one. We have a lot. New by Barbara Anna Designs is Spring Cat. Wow, love this. New by Rosewood Manor is 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. You could leave the Happy Independence Day off if you wanted to. Fox and Rabbit Designs. I love this. I don't have a lot of their designs, but I really fell in love with this one. This is Dorothy's Sampler. It's a reproduction of a 1792 sampler. Strawberry Wishes by Rosewood Manor. Number 6 in the Snowman Collector series, The Gardener. I love that flower pot. It's just so, so, so cool. Her designs are just amazing. And then this is, I actually love this design. This is 4th of July in Cup by Batty Corey. And there is a whole in cup series. There's a winter cups. There's all the seasons. And I really, really like this. You could stitch each of those individually and frame them individually, or you can stitch them together. For the blue flower, Stitching Squirrel. A Day of Freedom by Stitches by Ethel. Mary Jane Motifs by Leela Studio. Patriotic Gnome Littles by Waxing Moon Designs. And I've got some new designs by Jan Hicks Creates. I've got Samplings Lace Summer. Samplings of Lace, sorry. Mom, So Much Love. It says Mom, So Much Love in One Little Word. Part 2 of the Vintage Alphabets series. And Narnia. Isn't that beautiful? Those colors are just amazing. The Earth Laughs. Earth Laughs in Flowers. It's a beautiful design. Number 5 in the Vintage Christmas Alphabet series. And E Pluribus Unum. I've got Witchy Me by Lucy Beam. So these are all, they aren't necessarily brand new releases, but these are things that have never been listed on Cobweb Corner before. Language of Flowers, Lupine by Blue Flower. Odd World by Bendy Stitchy. Hilda Goes Camping by Bendy Stitchy. Animal Alphabet by the Blue Flower. Excuse me. By Ingleside Imaginarium. I love this design. It's called Emperor Dragonfly. That's so cool. This was a market release. Don't Feed the Plants. Also really like that one. New by Stony Creek, Winter Fox Stocking. And new by Rosewood Manor, Old Flutter. Getting down there. It's been a while. New by Madame Chantilly, Halloween Cinderella. Oops, do it this way. New by Jeanette Douglas, Vintage Acorns. This is from the Vintage series. There's Vintage Flowers 2, Vintage Grapes, Vintage Animals. Really, really pretty. Then new by Jeanette Douglas is Matter in Hand. I love this. It's the word cross stitch in 6 or 7 different languages and all kinds of cross stitch and sampler motifs. Really, really like that one. Dame Nature de l'été, Lady of Nature Summer by Jardin Privé. Exquisite Lace. Absolutely love this design. This is by Works by ABC. Another Fox and Rabbit, Ladies Who Lunch. Barbara Anna Design Christmas Robin Scissors Fob. Isn't that adorable? Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Fortune Teller. A whole bunch of those. I always buy so many of those. Barbara Anna Designs Star Woman. Heartstring Samplery, Winter Comes. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if I can read what it says. It says, winter comes with frost, snap, gust, snow, with branch, howl, drip, and blow, with wool, boot, mitt, and muss, with curl, book, heart, and snow. Oh, mug. Let me say that over. With wool, boot, mitt, and mug, with curl, book, hearth, and snug. Weird font there. And then last but not least, I have started carrying just a very limited supply of perforated paper. I've got it in black. It's called Midnight Black, but it's the black version, white, and ivory. I think it's ecru. So that is 14 count perforated paper. And that is it, guys. That was a long one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to be back a little sooner, but then I always say that. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.